Good day, my friends. Today I'm doing a recipe that is an old recipe that it was during the time when nothing was wasted. And it is tripe, which is the stomach, the lining of the stomach of the cow. Tripa, as we call it in Italian. So anyways, I know that many of you tried it and many of you really like it. And I'm sure many of you never tried it or don't even want to try it. But I tell you, once you try this recipe and you're going to taste it, you're going to say, oh my God, what I've been missing. So how about this? I am going to show you all the ingredients and the process, and there is a family secret that I will reveal after so many years that people always ask me, what do you do to your tripa, your tripe? Well, today you guys will find out. So in the world of the tripe, there's 4 types of tripe. And usually I think there's 3 of them that are used to do this type of recipe. And I will show you which one I'm going to be using. And I will explain to you the different types. So in the world of the tripe, beef, this is beef, there's 4 main types, okay? There's the blanket, there's the honeycomb, there's the book, as well as the reed. Now each corresponding to a chamber of the cow's stomach, okay, which I'm not going to go into details, but the honeycomb is often considered the most desirable because it looks like a honey cones, you know. I don't have it. I did not find it yesterday, so I will show you what I found. Then there is also the blanket, which is a flat type of lining of the stomach of the cow. And then there is the book, which this is the one that I am going to be using today. As you guys can see, it looks like pages of a book. How interesting is that? So now I am going to show you my ingredients. I'm going to show you the ingredients and we'll go from there. So now I'm going to show you my ingredients and also my secret ingredient. Okay, so here are the ingredients. Okay, so we'll start off with the tripe. I'm using the one as a book. So let me get a piece so you can actually see it a little bit better close up. You see how it's made? It looks like pages of a book. So I use that, but usually the most of the time I use the honeycomb. Okay, I couldn't find it today, so I ended up going with this one. My secret ingredients, my friends, is milk. We gotta cook the tripe with milk, and then I'll show you how I do it. Then we need a passata, which are puree tomato, and I probably will be using 2 of them. Good olive oil. This was olive oil that was given to us by our friends, so they have olive trees, so how lucky am I? And then we need some butter. Then we have the 1 onion chopped. I would say 3 ribs of celery, 2 to 3 sort of medium carrots. I have here 2 cloves of garlic and some bay leaves and a hot pepper. The hot pepper is optional, you don't have to put it. And then some good white wine. I decided to go with this Portapalo Terre Siciliane. So I hope it's good. We have it, we tried it already. So anyways, this is the ingredients, and we're gonna get to the stove and I'll show you all the steps. So the first thing we gotta do with the tripe, we gotta wash it with cold water. You can also add a little bit of vinegar, if not lemon juice, but wash it well. Now, we will add it to a nice, huge pot, okay? So we're gonna put it in here. That's number one thing here. And then we will put my secret ingredient. Like I said, it was milk. So my secret ingredient, as I told you, is milk. And the reason is because my mother always used milk. She said it just elevates the flavor of the tripe. And all the other ingredients, the tomatoes, the onion, the celery, the carrot, the garlic, they're all the same ingredients when somebody does their tripe. Yes, there's other ingredients that some people try to add, like some people add pancetta, beans, potatoes, but the traditional tripe is simple. But the part of the milk is different from everybody else that I know. Everybody cooks it with water and they put all the aromas in, but I cook it with milk. So try it with milk and you will see the difference of your tripe dish. So I'm gonna add so far is one, but you need to cover your tripe either if you cook it with water or you do it with the milk. So she has to be covered. Trust me, once you try it with milk, you never will go back to using water. Let me show you. I used a little bit more than 2, and I could even add a little bit more, but it should be suffice. So add your bay leaves, add if you're using the hot pepper, and as well your black pepper, your peppercorns. I prefer peppercorn, but I did not have it, but I'm still adding some black pepper to the tripe here. Okay, now we're gonna have to make it boil. Let's put the cover on. We'll boil it for 45 minutes. Once it's starting to boil, we reduce the heat. So we'll start off. In the meantime that the tripe is cooking with the milk, we are going to do the sofrito. So we'll put maybe 2 tablespoons of butter and our really good olive oil. Just love this olive oil. It's so different from those olive oils that I use in Canada. Like this is actually from the tree. Amazing, just amazing. So nice amount. And we're going to turn on our heat and we'll wait till the butter is melted. Remember, I mentioned this before. This is because my mother was a chef, and she always said to me, once you put your food in when the butter is not melted, it doesn't give it flavor like almost like a raw. So you're adding raw compared to a cooked, slightly brown butter that gives flavor to the food. So the number one thing is to make sure your butter is melted and slightly brown. So here we go. It's not quite there yet. There we are. The butter is melted. Just give it a little bit so it gives, oh, it smells so good. So we add our onion. And we give it a little bit of time to cook here. Then we add our carrots. You can add your celery or carrots, whatever you want first, it doesn't matter, but onions go always in first, and your garlic after. So, make sure that there's enough olive oil. We don't want it to skimp back on the fat because we do need it. And some garlic. And let it simmer. We should be fine. I gotta go, I got people coming. Yes, Dominic. Well, obviously now you can. Yeah. Okay. I had somebody who came at the door. Yes, and I forgot one thing to tell you guys. Now, when you do put your tripe in with the milk, make sure it doesn't boil over. Well, that's what happened to me, and I'll show you. That's right. So, what happens is, if you don't turn it down, and you will get a total mess to clean up. So just a warning, okay? Unfortunately, the person came and I forgot to turn off my heat and I have a mess to clean. So it started to boil. Now usually it's 45 minutes to cook with the milk. I have to adjust my time because of the visit that we had and the mess that I had to clean. So the vegetables are nice and tender and we just have to wait for the tripe to be ready. The next step is to drain well the tripa and we're going to put it together with the vegetables. So, see, there's still some milk, but it will, there we go. Now we are going to let it cook together for maybe a good 10 minutes. And then from there, we'll do the next step. In the process, we're gonna add some salt. We did not salt the vegetables. We did not salt the tripe when it was in the water, so in the milk, sorry. And we are now going to salt it. Actually, at this point, you can see that the milk is being basically evaporated from, and that is a good thing. There's very little in the tripe when once you actually drain it. You try to drain it as much as you can, okay? And then you just add it here. I think I'm going to add still some pepper. That looks really good. And I am going to add, I would say, a glass of white wine. So we're gonna add a good glass of white wine. And that will let evaporate. I can still smell the wine, so I'll tell you one story of my mom. She had a nose for cooking. One thing that she taught me was that when we do put wine in any of our foods, when the vapor you smell, still the wine, it's not ready. You have to let it evaporate pretty well, and then you know that it's ready to add the next ingredient. So at this point, even all the liquid is pretty much all done, but anyways, it's perfect right now. So I am going to add the tomatoes now. I'll start off with one. And I'll see how that goes. I think I do need another one. So we'll add the second one. We usually put water in our bottles or even our cans to basically clean out any extra tomato. And now we're going to add it. And this will simmer for a good hour now. So now we will probably add a little bit more salt. Just a touch, and then we're going to try it later on to see if it needs anything. At this point, if you want extra hot pepper, which I will put an extra hot pepper, the reason is because I know that one of our guests enjoys hot pepper, so I am going to add an extra one. So there we go. So now we're going to let it simmer for a good hour, and then we will try it. Do put a cover. Okay, let me see. It's been here 10 minutes. It's actually simmering. I'm just going to give it a good mix. Oh, this looks really yummy. Okay, it's been 50 minutes, and It's been 50 minutes. This looks really, really good. Wow. So I'm gonna try some just to make sure I don't need a little bit of more salt. Actually, I wanted a piece. There it is. So there's a little piece there. I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna try it. It's really good. You know what it really needs a little bit more? This is only because I love hot, spicy, a little bit more pepper. But I'll do that on my own. I'll add it extra on my plate. Anyways, almost ready. I think it ran, did it? Yes, it did. It is ready. Now it's time to plate it and serve it and try it. Ready? Actually, now let me just remove one bay leaf. There's the other one. I'm going to add a little bit of cheese already, and then whoever wants, they can add more. So I think it's at least a quarter cup of cheese I added. So, oh my goodness, it smells so good. Wow. Okay, we're going to Now, I have to say, look at this, just like the old days. So, now I have to bring it to my guests that are downstairs, and I'll see you at the next recipe.